Yes, that's definitely what I want.
Okay, there are these really pea soup thick fog that comes out of Fareosae that flies off of the balcony. When she hits the ground, the fog just poofs up, and there are strange dark tendrils of something you can't quite see flying around in the fog. Kind of like maybe like your mind conjures eels flying around in the pea soup of the fog. There's something really unnerving about the fog. Whereas Nezumi Thug and the Gift Thug need to make will saves, I believe.
DC 16.
Okay. Nezumi Thug had a +2.
Did he have
-1 plus
even or not?
He gets a 12.
Okay.
He failed.
Yep.
And then the other thug rolls a 5 and fails.
All right, 1d2 points of wisdom damage to each of them, and they're shaken.
Okay, just roll 1d2.
Got it.
Guys picked the wrong street, huh?
So they both take 2 wisdom damage.
Yes. And are shaken.
And they're both scared.
They are shook. The shaken condition lasts as long as the creature remains in the mist. The mist also obscures all sight, granting creatures more than 5 feet away. More than 5 feet away in total.
In here.
You hear the Nezumi Thug saying, yeah, that ruined his...
Yes, there is. I see.
Oh, look out, the big shadow thing. Zephyros. Oh no.
Zephyros is gonna two-handed masterwork +1 quarterstaff local tough.
Yep.
So that's 1d20 +7, which should hopefully hit. It's an 8.
No, it is a nat 1. You need to roll to confirm the no critical.
Oh no!
Neil.
Zephyros!
I'm telling you, Modron does not like me.
You need to spend some time
It's been a day.
14?
Does that hit?
Oh, this guy, this human thug, has some. He's not shaken. He believes in the illusion. I just copied and pasted his.
I missed by 1.
Okay, roll percentile as you just critical miss.
1 second. I just want to see. I can do a retroactive +1 to any d20 roll. I'm not sure if it's worth doing.
For what? With what? A hero point?
Any.
One of
I got it from
Zala's,
the unicorn when we did the tarot cards.
From the hero deck?
I mean, I think we got these street thugs.
Just
Yeah, I think so.
don't
It's worth.
critical
Yeah,
fumble too bad. Don't get a bad one.
Yeah, let's see.
Don't roll like
Percentile.
100 or something.
Just don't do that.
83.
It's pretty high.
You do unarmed, non-lethal damage to yourself. So you do a D3 plus your strength to yourself.
Didn't he just trunk slap himself?
So he's standing inside his doorway. The door is open. He raised his staff, but he ended up hitting the lintel of the door so hard that he did damage to his own hands. So you did 8 damage to yourself.
So you know that this means that almost never do I achieve success with my primary attacks.
When you roll ones, it's hard to succeed at anything.
Yeah. Well, at least I have another attack.
Yes, on a full round attack, you do get your tusk attack at -5.
Yeah, so it's 1d20, 20 plus 1 to attack. It's not a big chance of a hit, but it's something.
+2, weren't you?
No, it's +1 because his tusk isn't magical, but his.
Oh, got it.
11? It's not going to
AC 11. No, he like his eyes go wide from the attack that would have like split his skull open, and then he scrambles away as you stick your single tusk out the door, waving it around angrily. The human thug is going to retort. He doesn't want to be near the shadow thing, so he's going to take a swipe at Manny, who's kind of in his way from where it looks like they're going to flee. But then he's going to make the mistake of giving Manny an AOO. It also gives Zephyros an AOO, but we'll do his attack on Manny first.
Silly question. Should I have not have gotten a flanking bonus because Manny was standing next to me?
Nope, you got to be on opposite sides.
Yeah, you
Oh,
gotta
okay.
like trace a line.
Okay.
Okay.
He takes a backhanded swing at Manny first. Human thug plus 7.
That should hit.
Oh, he rolls a nat 1.
Nice.
He would have hit Manny really badly. He takes a wild swing. He's half looking. There's the Fant that's in his face, and there's this big shadow thing behind him, and where did the wizard go? And everyone's running away. I'm all by myself. He takes a wild swing, kind of tripping over his own shoes a little bit, and then order of initiative for the AOOs. First it is Zephyros and then Manny. So you get another attack as he's trying to run away.
Is it just like a full round or just?
Just a single attack with your main weapon.
Okay, so it's 1d20 plus 7. 23 hits this time.
There you go. This time you stick the staff through the doorway with the magic end first, clipping him in the jaw as he's running by.
And I do 1d8 plus 10 damage. 11.
Okay, that hurt. That's a 50 damage. Let me check his hit points.
There's another one from Modron.
God.
He really likes you tonight. You gotta
No,
talk
he
to
never
him,
likes
man.
me.
You gotta talk to him in chat.
You knocked him out.
Yeah.
He goes stumbling back and is incapacitated. A couple of his teeth making audible noises as they're kind of clinking along the cobblestones.
Oh, that's a Malcolm. That's a Malcolm X moment or what was that movie?
Yeah.
Get a staff to the side of the face. Yeah, cracked his jaw. A couple of his molars are loose.
To be clear, he did it to himself.
Manny. This gives Manny lots. Well, actually, what did Manny roll for his will save, and what did Luudo roll for his will save?
I didn't get to do my will
Okay.
save. Manny, let's do Manny's first. Plus his will, which is 6, right?
The drunk professor just creating havoc.
You got an 11.
Is that with the +4?
No.
So 15 makes it. So he saw the trick from the
17.
17 because you boosted it. Okay,
Or
man.
no, 17 is just the DC.
Okay, so Manny thinks it's real. It's not making any noises, but he just doesn't want to be near it.
Right.
And then Luudo.
20.
That's
2 plus 4, 17.
Oh yeah.
So Ludo's fine. You see through it. You're like it's a trick. It kind of goes transparent, and it's kind of like a weird like holographic outline.
Okay.
And
Doing the same motion.
yeah, it keeps doing the same motion, and you believe Henry that this thing is not real. And I think this is the first illusion you've ever seen through. To Luudo, he now has first-hand experience of seeing through something that isn't real, that first presented itself as such. Probably a mind-blowing moment.
I'm amazing.
Yeah.
Manny moves away from the shadow thing and goes full defensive. Actually, he's get away! He's yelling at Luudo, and kind of comes running in to tackle Luudo away from the shadow thing.
Everything's fine.
Kind of pushes you up against the building and looking back. Where'd the professor go?
Can I speak yin to him?
Yep, he's talking in halfling to you.
I'm just gonna say real quick, no real, fake.
Okay, the
As quietly
Nezumi.
as possible.
The Nezumi is tumbling over boxes to try to get out. He sees the thing, goes ah, and is moving away, and moving away. down the street. Afraid of the mist and afraid of the, actually he doesn't move as quick in the mist. So he's backed up a little bit.
He disbelieves the demon too.
He's still moving away from the crazy mist with the weird darkness kind of just beyond.
That's just so good for him.
Luudo.
Am I allowed to pass through Manny?
Yep.
Can I hit from here?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Remember, he's out.
Guy's down.
I know.
Stab.
Stab. I'm gonna pull my katana.
Okay.
Coup de grace.
Yeah.
Can you coup de grace as a move action?
I don't know.
No.
Damn it.
It's a full round.
Even though it, let's look at the deadly quality, because I think
There is a thing that lets you do it.
I think it's just a +4 to the. I think it's just a +4 to the DC when you coup de grace. You could just attack him this round.
I'll just.
Now, he's eating dirt. He's prone.
Actually, maybe we interrogate this man. But he's incapacitated, correct?
Yeah, he's incapacitated and prone, so his AC is
It's bleeding out.
6.
And he's not coherent.
He's unconscious.
He's bleeding out on the ground, dying.
If you attacked him, you would do 1d. What does your katana do? 1d6 plus 3d6 sneak plus your dex mod. So 4d6 plus 6.
Stab.
Stab.
Little Luudo
Don't get in that one.
pads by the illusion. There's a smirk on his hand, and he just sticks the katana, the halfling-sized katana, into this guy's chest.
What was one
One-
6.
It would be 4d6 plus 6.
22.
Yeah, he has something like 8 hit points left, so he doesn't even get a roll. Like, it wasn't a coup de grace.
Right.
You just went up and stuck your blade into his chest, and he dies on the street.
I'm gonna give a bow and a swing of my katana.
Mm-hmm.
There's a giggle from the invisible professor. He's like, oh, the Jerks Emeritus. Apparently, murder is a thing. Murder the murderers, maybe.
Break into my house, you get murdered.
They didn't break into your house yet. They were just taking a leisurely walk.
They were just taking a leisurely slot pick at your front door.
We have to make a
Professor, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm gonna continue to concentrate to maintain the demon for all the fun it brings.
Okay.
I'm gonna prance it about and back to myself.
Manny's like, ah!
I'll just kinda go,
Swiping at it.
"Oh, I'm a scary demon. Ooh, look how scary." Maybe I'll do one of these like slow hand reach outs at this guy. And the professor will just wander over to a box and sit down and to himself kind of just like, oh.
The gift brute who believes in the demon is withdrawing. And kind of moving away. They're moving down the street. Kind of close to each other. Not a good idea.
Jeez.
Not a good idea. Fareosae?
It'd be a bummer if they clustered up and got hit by a fireball or
Fareosae
something.
is going to fire a ray of enfeeblement at the
Oh, you can see through the mist because you have an oracle power that allows you to see through it.
Yeah, I've got a witch hex merc sight.
And
So-
it's any mist or fog, right?
From inside the mist,
Yeah.
I can get him pretty easy here.
Okay. So outside of the scary, spooky mists, a sickly yellow beam comes kind of flying out of it and you're trying to strike the GIF in the back of the head. He can't see you, so
not the GIF. I'm gonna go with the Nizumi thug.
Okay. The Nizumi can't see you, so he's flat-footed, but can't be flat-footed because of uncanny dodge.
Yeah, that's
So his touch AC
the
is
GIF would probably be the better choice, but I really want that Nizumi.
14.
All right, touch AC 14. I've got a +5. So here we go. 1d20 plus 5. 14 on the nose.
You strike him. He does get a fort save.
Yep.
Does a 9 make it?
No.
Okay. So how much strength is he penalized?
6 plus 1.
Okay. He's got a 10 strength, so
It can't take him down to 0, but it could take him down.
you could take him down to the
Far.
point where he's having a hard time moving in his own equip monk.
Yes. And I do.
7 strength damage. Okay, he's 7 strength penalty. He's got a 3 strength right now.
Yeah.
A small creature with 3 strength. I'm gonna quickly look up
Carry weight's
encumbrance.
not going to be very high.
No.
See, it's just like
It could be heavily.
This is the fun time to look up encumbrance. So I'm going to allow myself to look up encumbrance because it builds some sort of.
you mean
yeah.
not when we're
3 strength, light load 10 pounds, medium load 11 to 20 pounds, heavy load 30.
He may be carrying less than 30 pounds.
His armor. Oh, he's wearing studded leather.
Studs aren't helping him.
That is 20 pounds for a medium-sized creature, which I think becomes 10 pounds. So his armor puts him into light load, which means that if he has more than 1 pound of stuff, like clothes, he's in medium load, and then with his equipment and gear, he's probably in heavy load right now.
Yes.
So he just sort of slumps over. Actually, all 4 of his claws, like he goes on all 4s for a moment. And how long does that last?
This lasts 3 rounds.
Okay.
It's a round per level.
Whereas the wisdom was damage, and then the int loss was int wisdom jaw penalty lasts for how long?
That's
Such
like
a
10
video.
minutes per
10
level.
minutes. Okay,
30
that's
minutes.
forever.
Yeah.
You're an idiot forever.
By
Relative
one,
to combat rounds. Okay, so
Yeah.
Fareosae's having fun cursing upon cursing these people that showed up at her door. Now we come to a different sort of cursor. Zephyros, what are you doing, bud?
I can still see Gift Thug, right?
Yeah, there are a little bit of light and torchlight, candlelight in the street.
And I can still not see Nizumi Thug, but could I have seen what Fareosae or
Oh
where
no! You
Fareosae
can
attacked?
see the Nizumi thug. Sorry, his stealth got lost when he ran out of the scary mist. He's
Okay, good. So then I'm dropping a fireball right there between the 2 of them.
Okay, and you're keeping it in the middle of the street, so you're not hitting like neighbors' houses to burn the thing down. So this fireball goes ripping down the blossoming further down south of the street. There are people, neighbors, looking out of windows at this point in time with the creepy mist and fireballs. Some windows are perhaps being shut.
Yeah, which is good because we want this message to get out.
don't fuck with us.
Boom! There's a huge roar of flame. Fareosae, nobody could see you in the mist, so the flames licked the edge of your mist, but didn't quite get you. So there's some miscommunication happening in the very young party, which is okay.
That's how we roll.
That's how we roll.
We'll figure it out by accidentally fireballing each other. So how much damage are we talking here?
We're talking 5d6 plus 2, which becomes 26 damage.
Oh, look at that roll. That is so angry. Such an angry
Hey, Modron
fireball.
loves you again.
Yeah.
That is a
Modron.
good. Thank you, Modron Bot. Thank you.
Okay. The gift with his amazing +3 reflex save fails, and then the creature with evasion.
Oh yeah.
Is his? No, it would be Dex.
Has a +7.
Yeah, I haven't really.
The Nezumi basically went flat. The fireball blasts by him.
Those are 2 nat 20 saves you've rolled.
However, the gift takes a full
Is his
26 damage.
Ability to dodge and do reflex impacted by him being over encumbered or heavy encumbered?
You know, that is a really good question. I'm going to open up evasion.
Seems like
He rolled a nat 20, so he may.
probably still does well, but you would think
he
getting
still makes it. But
crushed by your gear, you're not gonna be
Evasion
like,
can only be used when a rogue is wearing light armor or no armor. A helpless rogue does not gain benefit. It does not say anything about
Encumbrance.
encumbrance.
I'm guessing you're not helpless when you're over encumbered.
Although I would say if he was over his heavy load, he'd be lying there and not able to move until he sheds some of his weight. So I would have. Yeah, I would kind of provide some problem there. No, he basically was already kind of doubling over because of the spell, and then he felt the flames and just rolled off to the side. And the streets aren't perfect, and he kind of rolled into a divot a little bit. That gift, however, kind of went like he was running away. He turned around and just blasted fire in his face.
He's taking a pair of fireballs.
Oh, and they're still alive as the fire kind of rips away. You can hear people screaming in their homes and shutters shutting and not quite like screaming in terror, but more like oh, like surprise as they're rocked awake by these big fiery spells in the street.
I can still move 30 feet as well, right?
Yeah, you can. The human thug is dead. He is being removed from the initiative. Manny. Manny's going to spend a move action to disbelieve the illusion because he was told that it wasn't real. He gets the +4 to his will save.
Also, I'm right next to him and yawn. I'm like, Manny, it's not real, Manny.
It is a demon.
No, it's not, Manny. I'll make it like wiggle its tail. Look at its tail.
His tail's wiggling like a little happy dog. So much chaos. Give me a will save for Manny.
Oh yes. $14.
Does he get anything from me?
Was that the +4 included?
No.
Okay, so
18.
18, he makes
You
it.
get it.
Okay, so he kind of nods and he sees through it and then feels embarrassed and he's sort of making his way around the illusion and gets there. He's shaking his head like he's definitely gonna give the professor a talking later. The Nezumi rogue is now kind of crawling on all fours and is trying to there's a bit of a sewer grate. And he's going over and he's trying to open the sewer grate, but he's not strong enough to do it. He's desperately trying to get away. He realizes that all of his equipment weighing him down like sacks of potatoes. He's just not going to get away. Come on, says the Gif, who's in panic mode because he's being fireballed to death. We've got a Luudo next. Get your bloody sword in your hand.
Yeah.
You gave it a wipe on the side of this guy's sleeve. It's all clean.
I guess I'll. Yeah, he's laying on the ground, right?
Yep, you can charge through the shadow illusion because you don't see it.
Right, I know better. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna waltz up to him.
Okay, you'd have to do a charge, so you're at -2
Charge
AC
up
plus
to
2 to hit. Your little halfling feet running against the cobbles.
From
Okay,
downtown.
well. 17.
I think there's a penalty for being in your heavy load, and he has an AC of 17 anyway, so go ahead. Yeah, you hit him. You don't do sneak attack, but you do D6 plus 6. Alright, so he's now got 10 damage on top of all of the other penalties. He hisses at you. Professor?
I will stop concentrating on the illusion.
Does that mean it goes away?
Is it concentration or concentration plus X round?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's concentration.
Okay, so it goes away.
I will swift action to spell recall silent image,
Okay.
and I will recast silent image targeting 90-foot cubes of space behind the GIF where he's trying to run.
In front of him. Okay. What is the? Do you have the range for that?
It's like 400 feet plus.
Okay. The answer is yes.
40 feet per level.
And what is the illusion? The same demon?
It will be similar, but this time I think it's going to be a fire demon coming up out of the flames lapping on the street from the fireball. It will coalesce into a demon form, and
That's
it will
clever. I like. Yeah, you're going to be a decent illusionist.
continuously like stare into this gift's
That's a good
eyes.
description. I think.
I'm gonna have to teach you how to make tokens
Okay.
from
yeah.
images because you're like, I'm gonna make this as the illusion.
I'm going to throw a lot of these out.
For now, I don't mind searching for fire elemental or something like that, and we'll
Yeah.
get that to. Here's a fire elemental. How big is the fire elemental?
He's going to be huge again.
Okay, and it's right in front of the GIF, so like where he was running,
Yeah, it's going to...
block his path, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to like, he's nowhere to go, buddy.
Same DC.
Yes.
Okay, the GIF brute needs to make a will save, or he'll believe this thing.
Is Will wisdom?
Wisdom.
Didn't his wisdom just get hurt?
He did. He rolled a 17. He is not raging yet, so he has a will plus 3 becomes plus 2. And then he rolled a 17, so it's a 19.
Alright, he just believes it.
Okay. But he still has wisdom damage. Or he's still shaken. No, shaken. -2 to his saves. He rolls
no,
a...
he's not shaken if he's out of the mist.
If he left the mist.
Shaken
Okay.
goes away immediately, I think.
Got
the
it.
wisdom damage is there.
Got it.
But yeah.
Alright, so
So -1 on the wisdom damage.
a great fiery thing. He's like, "Ugh," and it looks like he's just going to run around it. It's his turn. He's trying to run around it. He did screw him up enough, like he didn't run through it, even though he disbelieved it. He still doesn't know what this means, and he's still trying to get away. Fareosae.
Ill omen on the Dazumi thug. I'll take a 5-foot step to the edge of the mist here.
Oh no.
What does ill omen do? So ill omen, no saving throw, spell resistance applies. If they know that they've gotten ill omen, they can avoid it. Essentially, what can they do? They can say,
This is a spell?
yes, yeah, first level spell. If they can speak and have at least one free hand, and they're aware of the spell and its effects, like from a spellcraft or something.
Yep.
They can spend a move action to utter a brief prayer or good luck charm.
Okay, so he thinks he's cursed, I guess.
which only affects his next d20 roll, which he has to roll twice and take the worst result.
Okay, he's like,
The beautiful thing about this spell is that it's first level, so when I can cast 5th level spells, I can quicken that and then cast another spell.
That's awesome, dude.
That's where it
oh, the
becomes
evils.
truly brutal.
Zephyros. Unfortunately, the GIF is no longer in the same range as the Nazubi thug. He is a shadow at this point. Because he's running down the street.
Sure, I'll let him go. Somebody's got to tell the story of how they got beaten.
Don't come there. The square is haunted. The wizard summoned demons and elementals. Oh my.
So I come all the way here, and I just want to see the difference between AC and touch AC. Okay.
Touch AC is no armor, effectively.
Yeah, so in other words, it's going to be easier for me to touch the Nizumi thug than to hit him.
Yep.
Okay, so I will use that to my advantage. and I will attack him with a shocking grasp.
Got it. So basically, the way this works is you can cast a spell, move, touch.
Yeah.
You could also move, cast a spell, and touch, but then you're incurring AOs or have to cast defensively.
I get a +4 on defensive casting, so whichever.
Alright, we'll just say you cast, move, touch.
Yeah. Okay, so there is SR on this, so I'm not sure if you want to roll for spell resistance first.
He doesn't
Doesn't
have
have
it.
spell resistance.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so it's 5d6, 5d6.
He's wearing studded leather, which is got enough metal to be conductive, so you gain a +3 to hit, I believe.
You still have to hit him.
Oh, sorry, that's right. 1d20. What do I roll as my touch AC? Or is it
Bab
Melee
plus
attack
strength.
bonus. Yeah, bab plus strength.
Bab plus strength? My Bab, I think, is +2. I just need to find
Yeah,
it.
you've got a +7, and then add 3 because he's wearing metal.
Okay, 1d20 plus 10. That's a 12.
Okay, I think you missed him, but you're still holding the charge in your hand.
Okay. I'll try again.
So he ducked at that. You notice a bunch of his hair went up, like kind of stood on end. You didn't quite hit him with the spell.
Okay.
Manny.
Get him, Andres!
That'd be great if you could just.
Did he ever pick up precise shot or whatever?
Manny could sling from there. Let me just peruse his feats. He took precise shot at 4th level fighter.
Cool.
So he's going to take a slingshot from downtown.
Yep.
He is 35 feet away, so he'll 5-foot step.
Yep. Make it 30.
He is +14 with the roll.
Yeah. $33.
That's not critical, and does 2d6 plus 10 damage with his sling stone, which is like a
Pool ball.
pool ball
19.
size sling stone. 19. Yeah, this hurts the Mizumi really bad. He's rocked and
Doesn't turn him
hurting
into
bad. He's not quite out because of that. He's definitely bloodied because of it. And then we've got the Nezumi Rogue, who is going to realize he can't run. I submit. He throws his hand crossbow down on the cobbles.
Maxie, rat guy? Really? Sneaky rat guy?
Okay, so we'll say he's going full defense. He's like trying not to get hit. That's not really submitting. He's trying to scramble to not get hit, but he's not taking offensive action. Luudo.
Jeez.
Kind of look around everybody and get a silent consensus.
I'm invisible somewhere on a box.
You can just barely make me out in the mist, but
Just barely. All these tendrils flying around.
But Fareosae is going like, no.
no, Fareosae's not really doing anything.
Okay. Manny's loading another sling
I
bullet.
don't think any of us are gonna judge you for killing the rat guy.
Okay, we still have to hit him. He's still going to try to scramble away from
Oh,
your
right.
attacks.
He's not full.
Yeah. So
Okay.
give me an attack. He's going full defense, so his AC jumps to 23.
What a bastard. Alright.
He hops out of the way as you take a wild swing. You slip on some. On some cobbles. It's a little bit slick, I guess. And give me another attack to see if you hit. Would have hit. You would have hit right on, so no critical miss, Professor.
I will stop concentrating, swift action, spell recall, cast another silent image to try and cut off the gift while he escapes. And
So you're like inching your way around the mist, so you can see what you're casting. I'm assuming.
I hear like him running and yelling down the street, right? And I'm
you still need sort of line of sight to
throwing it down there in the general area.
You're Hail Marying in the general area.
Yeah, I'm high on drugs and recovering from surgery. I'm just throwing illusions down the alley.
What are you throwing down there?
I'm gonna throw down a wax, like a bubbling wax monster that seeps out of the cobblestones and blocks the path. Real fat. Yeah.
Okay. I think I have something that will actually fit this. It's called a.
This guy's
I'm already digging deep into the token library.
I think they're called lemures.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They kind of look waxy. Okay. While we're fetching that image, you do hear him yelling in panic.
Oh, it was. Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
How big is the waxy thing?
That'll be huge again.
Okay. So there's the waxy thing that you just summoned.
Nice. Yeah, I want to try and block his path.
Luke should just respec to be an illusionist. Oh, what is that? What is that?
This guy's having a bad day.
You're playing with the mind of a simple warrior. Just dominating it. What's your intelligence?
6+6 is the mod.
Yeah, you're in
20
like
something.
22. He's in like 8. You're toying with him.
I'm high, dude. I'm high.
The GIF
23.
The GIF is running into someone's home, and he's going to try to strength check his way through their shuttered window, like just diving into some home away from it.
That's the neighbor.
Yeah.
Those people live here.
Yep. He's going to rage, and then try to get through. So, +9. We'll say it's a DC 20 to like Kool-Aid Man through your way through someone's wooden shutters. 27. Oh, the GIF basically went diving through shutters. You can see his feet struggling a little bit, and then he falls into a neighborly room, a neighborly house. So he's basically off to the side, off the street at this point. You can still hear him howling, like, "Oh, what is that? What is it?" Fareosae. This Mizumi thug tried to surrender, and then Luudo took a swipe but slipped.
I'll fire Bard Song
Okay. Zephyros.
and step back into the mists.
So Zephyros,
Yeah.
just an observation. His strength is +6 and his bad is +2. So that gives him a touch attack of +8, right?
-1 for being large.
-1 for being large. Okay, so that's where that came from. Okay, 10. And then I get this +3 again for the studded leather.
Yes.
We try it. 22 this time.
This time you reach out and your hand basically electrocutes him. The energy flows from each of your fingers, kind of dancing around on different studs of the creature. His all of his fur goes sticking right out, but then begins to blacken and crackle.
Ugh.
And we roll 5d6 +2 damage.
At first it looked cute, but then the horrible scream that he emits and the charred flesh assailing your nose.
And he gets 18 damage.
18 damage is 47. Okay, the sizzling body of the Nezumi crumples to the ground after being electrocuted.
Is he dead, or is he just bloodied or something?
You might have to take a closer look. He's kind of sizzling and steaming. Manny. Manny's going to run to the open window.
I also Zephyros is also still gonna walk.
Okay. So Manny runs to the window and is looking in. That's all you can do. The Nezumi rogue bleeds on the cobbles. Luudo?
You know what I could do.
Yeah, we know what you're gonna do.
The finisher.
Are you coup de grace the rat man?
finally get to
Okay,
fucking-
just describe how you're killing the rat thing.
He's laying face down, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a step on his back, do a fancy gentleman swipe, and go across the back of his neck, trying to
Okay.
take the whole head off.
Severing the spinal column.
Yeah, real quick, not filthy like my other ones.
Not plunging to the hilt.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is critical damage. Crit on katana is ×2, I believe. So that's 2d6 plus 12. Bard Song's up, 2d6 plus 14. Plus your sneak attack, which is 3d6.
Jesus Christ. I think I got him. 20.
That's not including the 2d6 from the critical of the blade, so another 2d6.
Oh.
So 24. You'd have to make a fortitude save DC 34 to survive this,
I think you can do it.
plus having 24 hit points left. Nope, you end up cutting deep into the back of his neck, and that is not a wound from which he will recover without tremendous magic miracles at this point. And he bleeds. His blood ends up going into the sewer grate, perhaps in a weird way fulfilling where he wished to go.
Double kill.
Professor?
This is my last round of invisibility.
Okay. Are you going into the spooky mist? It looks spooky in there.
You might find inspiration.
I'll just go around. That's
Okay.
nice, but where's everyone going? Double move would mean I couldn't concentrate, right?
Correct.
I guess I will double move and stop concentrating.
Okay, so the creepy wax monster disappears, and then the gift brute is charging through someone's home, trying to find the back door.
I'll also swift action and vanish.
He's got 36 hit points left. Basically, Manny can fire a shot into the into the back. He's got one shot before he goes away. The DM needs to take a quick wash and break before we turn. So, entertain the stream.
Hi, stream. Hope you're enjoying cleaning up the trash here. This is pretty good. I like the Manny going and knocking on Zephyros' door. Like, yeah, it's time to rumble. Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite fun. Walk out, just go, nah, fireball.
God damn it.
I get the feeling these might be the guys looking for Malbut. And
Yeah.
they even said
they
something
mentioned
about
something,
fairy
yeah.
wings too.
Yeah. They also knew about all of us.
Ahmed. Yeah, I guess we have a certain reputation around town at this point, especially if this guy escapes.
Oh, Ahmed can't sleep apparently.
Yeah, or did Ahmed go to sleep? I thought Mark went to sleep.
They both went, but Amit's back. I don't know what sends a better message, sending one guy back to tell the story or letting them all just die.
It definitely sends a message.
If they all died and like nobody saw it, like they went to our house and they were just never heard from again.
Yeah,
That
I
would be a
think that-
better message.
That is creepy.
yeah.
And maybe some of their equipment just sort of shows up someplace, or someone finds little bits that might be them, and
shows up in the pawn shop.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Wait. We try and resell their equipment back to their boss.
Well, yeah, wrap it up in a little bundle and say, "Here's your payment." But
Stay off our block.
Why though? He'll just send more loot to us. Obviously, the next time he'll probably send something bigger, more subtle, something.
I feel like of all the guys to escape, though, having the stupid thug who believed most of the illusions is gonna go back and be like, "There's so many demons. I don't know what the fuck." You know?
Yeah, I think it's gonna work for that guy to get away. I think it's okay if he gets away. I would have thought it was okay if the Nezumi survived. Honestly,
No.
like I don't think these guys particularly bear us any ill will. They're just following directions.
Yeah, they're just shitty thugs for some shitty crime.
I kind of don't care if they live or die. I don't really want to go to the effort myself.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to kill people in the streets in my own neighborhood, I think. I think I want to be the creepy fae that people maybe think is sort of creepy and just don't bother.
At this point, I don't know if anybody's even seen you do anything.
I'm trying to keep a little bit lower profile.
Yeah, because you just kind of like opened your window and then fog
popped out,
came out.
fog, and-
yeah.
So here's an interesting bit. This fight is happening right in front of my master's place, and
Yes.
neither of these guards are here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're the one throwing down fireballs.
Nobody's trying to get into your master's place.
Right.
You throwing down fireballs sends a message like, "Oh, you think my master's gonna die, and I'm just some like bitch who you're gonna roll over and take all my stuff?" No,
That was my idea.
You know.
That was my idea. That's why I just walked out and fired.
Boom! You get a
Done.
fireball, and you get a fireball.
Who else wants one?
Okay, Manny's got one attack left. Otherwise, this guy's going to escape outside of some back room.
Okay, he's at 1d20 plus 15, 13 plus Bard Song.
Yep. This guy's denied his dex because he's like trying to run really quickly.
Oh, that's a good roll.
29.
29. He hits the Gif in the back of the head.
And
The Gif's got 36 damage.
I feel like you gotta really do a lot to bring him down.
It's 1d6.
He's not bloodied yet, so.
He might be. He wasn't bloodied after the 10. He might be bloodied at the 34.
Yep.
36.
48. He's got barbarians, man.
Mm-hmm.
64 hit points, and he's got 36 damage.
Yeah, there's no way we're bringing him down.
Roll it anyway, though.
Max damage!
Manny puts him at 48 damage. He is really injured, but he continues to kind of just run around buildings. At this point in time, people are like, "Hey, what are you doing now?" Like, there are people now who didn't see the fireballs or the demons yelling and running through people's homes. At least on the street where you live might not be the thing you want to do. Manny stops pursuing.
Right. Nothing to see here, just an everyday burglary happening, and we're pretty good at
He starts wandering back.
I got him back the head, but he ran off.
It looked good.
Fareosae flies back up to her balcony and goes back inside.
Okay.
She's actually going to keep an eye. Pixel's going to keep an eye on the gathering of the loot.
Okay. Right. What are you doing with the bodies? There are sheriffs. Like, eventually someone will come by to see what happened here.
Sure.
I'm fairly confident that we're in the right here. I mean, I'm going to push the Zumi's body.
Knowledge local, maybe?
Yeah, I'll do a knowledge local.
I think I can aid you on that. I'm just want to see. What is local here? Great Wheel, is it? No, it's not. This is not Great Wheel.
Great Wheel. If you could also have knowledge local Slough if you wanted to be really specific.
Station?
Station's fine. No, Great Wheel. Sorry, Great Wheel are all the ether pearls that are together. This would be Station or Slough.
24.
I don't have knowledge local in. I've only got Great Wheel.
Professor, you know that if there are no bodies, there will be not so many questions.
No, well, no bodies, no questions usually around here. So, dispose of them, whatever we need to do, maybe outside, he's handy with a thing or two. I don't know.
I'm gonna try and scoot the Nazini.
Sai must have a way of disposing bodies, given that he runs quasi-illegal gladiatorial fights in his basement. Be pretty sure there are accidents that way. You also know that you'd have to take the bodies across the entire slough to bring them to the Leatherton neighborhood.
I will
Of course, there might be other ways.
recast Vanish,
Yep.
cast another silent image. I will appear as a lawman, and I will go, there's nothing to see here, people. Go back inside. Go back inside.
Henry Chalmers the Third Emeritus.
Alright, so you got this lawman who the image isn't making any noise, but it's Chalmers beside the image while briefly invisible,
Yeah.
stammering on while kind of drunk after his surgery. Manny just looks at Luudo. I don't think that's going to work.
I was not really visible. I was maybe visible for a few seconds, 6, 12, few moments. I haven't really been
Vanished most of the
seen
time.
in this whole battle at all.
What are you guys doing? So Fareosae's gone back inside.
Zephyros is also going back inside.
You just leaving the bodies and their equipment where it
we
is,
should
or
leave the bodies.
Yeah, as he walks back, he goes. He says to Luudo, maybe you can organize something for us. I need to go check on my master.
Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna pick up that crossbow that he threw
Okay.
on the ground because it.
you could probably very quickly before people start coming out or anyone arrives, take the portable things off of him.
Oh,
Yes.
fine. Pharisee's gonna vanish, fly out, detect magic,
Okay.
and start stripping them of coins and magic.
Yeah, portable things like anything that they were carrying as weapons, things on their belts, any magic items that they have
Yeah.
could probably be taken. What I'm thinking is probably takes too long or would put you at more risk is taking off their armor, like sitting there fucking
Yeah.
like jamming them out of their armor might take too long.
Yeah.
So you grab the portables and end up kind of leaving the square. It sounds like you're just leaving the bodies
I
in the
think
square.
we should dispose of the bodies. The
I'm
professor will say we should definitely
Yeah.
get rid of these.
I'm gonna.
This is evidence.
Cut it up and put it down the sewer.
I'm just gonna try and shove the
Take it down
Zuni
your
stuff
side.
down the sewer.
Okay, so you and Manny open the sewer and shove the
Tiny.
Mizuki down there. Alright.
Done. One. All right. Now the big guy.
I don't think he's gonna fit.
I don't think so either.
I didn't kill the big guy. I fly back up.
There's boxes and things in this area, right?
Oh, there are boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, are any open? Any barrels open?
I mean, they're gonna smell pretty quickly
We're
here.
in the slough. I mean,
Put it in a box and take it
and
down.
roll it down the street.
Take it down to the place.
Place.
Yes, true. That's a good idea.
I know.
Accept.
Okay, so you're sticking the body of the man into a box,
I'm gonna try and like half help Manny. 'cause-
and then the two of you are gonna carry the body where?
I'll go ahead and work it out.
to size? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think the next game we're gonna have some encounters at size.
Yeah.
As your downtime effectively comes to an end, you can add all of your spells and wands and magic items and
I'll need to make at least one roll, I think, for
Yeah.
a magic item.
yeah.
But not too much.
What is it? What are you building?
Handy haversack.
I'll have to. Do you have to do rolls to learn a spell or copy a spell?
Yeah.
Okay, so Neil and I will have to do probably a series of rolls for that.
You can learn them before you actually spend time inking them. There's like a time that you.
Okay, and whatever cash money I got laying around will be turned into probably some wands here,
Okay.
which will I assume require rolls.
Handy haversack is caster level 9. Do you have secret chest?
Nope.
That's DC 24. What is your skill total?
So the skill I'm doing craft leatherworking.
Mm-hmm.
Craft leatherworking is in just a moment. With the headband on.
Yep.
Because I'll do that first. Craft leatherworking is plus 13.
Okay.
Tools make it plus 15.
Yep.
Crafter's fortune makes it
Plus 20.
plus 20.
Okay, and it's DC 24.
Okay. So I need to roll a 4 or better.
Yes.
1d20 plus, well, 1d20. I did not. I failed.
Okay.
Come on.
I will look up what that means.
I think that's the type of failure that just means I lose the money.
How much was that?
1,000. Yeah, you take your risks.
I spent $1,400 on a bag that might give me blood cancer, so. I mean, who's really on top, you know?
Yes, you do.
Yep.
At the bottom of my character sheet, I have a whole bunch of spells that I want to buy. I'm not sure how much of that I'm going to be able to buy. I just listed all the ones that I'm interested in.
Yeah, well, I'll have to do this offline. I just wanted to do this roll right now. I'm going to
Okay,
look up what it means to do the, to fail by
Okay.
2 at craft.
Okay, let's do that first.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll have a look. If they're from the core rulebook and the 3rd level or less, you should be able to buy all of them.
Yeah, there's a 0 at the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd level.
Yeah, as long as they say core rulebook.
I'll have to check, but I think they're all core rulebook rules, spells.
Here, I'll just take a quick look while we're talking about it. Spells to buy. Bowl of Earth, sure, that's our custom spell. Create Pit is not a custom spell. Or sorry, it's not a core spell.
Is it not?
No, the rest are.
Okay, I'll take create, but and then I would have to roll to learn some of these spells as well.
Yep.
So what I'll do is I'll just count them, and I'll just get Modron to give me rolls for all of them, and then I'll just sort that out next week in the order that I've listed them.
Sure. Is your spellcraft so low that you don't automatically do these?
So for a 3rd level, for example, my spellcraft is 13. So
The DC is 15 plus spell level.
yes.
Okay.
So for the 3rd levels, I have to roll a 5 or above.
Got it.
And if I don't make the roll, then I have to wait until the next
Level.
before I can try again.
Correct.
Okay. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Do you want to roll them now?
Yeah, I'll just do 1d20 times something and take the numbers.
1,
in the order that
2. Well, okay, 0th to 3rd. We'll go that way.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was thinking. In the same order that I have them. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right?
Go nuts.
9d6.
No, 9d20 plus
9d20.
13.
Sorry. 9-1d20 plus 13.
Okay, Bowl of Earth, learn.
Yes.
It's 15 plus spell level, right?
Yeah, it's 15 plus spell level.
Magic Weapon, not learned.
Shit.
Comprehend languages, learned. Bull Strength, learned.
Yeah.
Make Whole, learned.
Yeah.
Rope Trick, not learned.
Okay.
And
Nice.
then your 3rd level spells looks like learned, learned, and learned.
Okay, so the only 2 that I didn't get was magic weapon and rope trick.
Okay. Magic Weapon is required to make +1s on weapons. So the DC of making your items without that spell is 5 plus 3, 8, 13, and you have a craft armor or weapons of +9 with a crafter's fortune, which you learned, right?
I got Crafter's Fortune from Matt, I think, right?
I gave you a scroll. We bought a scroll.
So
Yes.
you still have to learn it. So this is a very important roll.
Okay, so this is a
D20 plus 13, you need a 16.
1d20 plus 13. We need